According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the average American throws away approximately 80 pounds of clothing a year. Almost 100% of textiles and clothing are recyclable, yet most fast fashion industries and clothing franchises don't take advantage of this fact. According to Business Insider, fashion production makes up 10% of humanity's carbon emissions, dries up water sources, and pollutes our air and water. With our ozone layer thinning and our air and water getting dirtier by the minute, our world needs significant changes, and I think I have an idea for our world to take one step closer towards a cleaner and greener earth: thrifting. Thrifting is the act of shopping at a thrift store, flea market, or garage sale, usually with the intent of finding interesting items at a low price. The philosophy of thrift store shopping celebrates the recycling of formerly owned items and finding new use and new love for vintage material goods. According to the Association of Resale Professionals, roughly 16 to 18% of Americans shop at thrift stores every year, while 12 to 15% shop at consignment stores or resale shops. Imagine the positive environmental impact that'd make if we could double or even triple that number. Today I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks I've learned over the past 3.5 years I've been thrifting and selling, and show you how to have the best possible experience while thrifting. Thrifting is a great way to be environmentally friendly, save and make money, and it can be very stylish. For as long as I can remember, I've always been very money conscious and borderline stingy with my money. That's why I chose thrifting as my main source of shopping. Thrifting is very cost effective and could potentially save you hundreds to thousands of dollars. Non-profit thrift stores like Goodwill and the Salvation Army are the cheapest thrift stores, but they aren't selective about which items they take from people. Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate, and thrift store apps such as Depop are more selective and on trend than Goodwill, but they tend to be slightly more expensive. Instead of getting a t-shirt at Goodwill for roughly a couple dollars, you might find yourself spending $8 to upwards of $20 on a t-shirt at higher-end thrift stores. Although some thrift stores can be on the more expensive side, they're still much more reasonably priced than regular stores like Urban Outfitters, American Eagle, and Nike. The great thing about online consignment apps is that you can negotiate with the seller and give them an offer, or ask for the item at a lower price. I use this strategy every time I buy something on Depop, and I usually end up saving at least $5 to $10 on every item. In addition to being inexpensive, thrifting can be stylish and on trend. One common misconception about thrifting is that the clothes are old and look visibly worn. This, however, is not the case if you go to more selective stores such as Plato's Closet or Uptown Cheapskate. Goodwill has an extremely wide variety of styles, sizes, and colors, although it might be harder to find items that fit your personal taste because Goodwill isn't selective about which items they take. Because each piece is one of a kind in every thrift store, thrift shopping requires a sense of patience and adventure. So don't worry if you only find a few pieces on each shopping trip. Just to show you what clothes look like from a thrift store, I'm wearing an outfit composed of only thrifted items from stores such as Goodwill, Uptown Cheapskate, and a thrift store app called Depop. So these jeans usually go for $45, but I got them on Depop for about $15. These are Nike Air Forces, and they usually go for about $100 to $110, but I got them at Uptown Cheapskate for $40. And these two shirts together were about $13. So not only can you save a ton of money and be environmentally friendly while thrifting, you can also make money. At stores like Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate, and online consignment shops such as Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, which is my personal favorite, you can sell your lightly used clothes and miscellaneous belongings to the store or post it on the app and make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I've tried selling on Depop, Poshmark, and Mercari, and I've found that Depop is very user-friendly and much easier to sell items on. Depop's interface is set up exactly like Instagram, making it very easy to navigate and get started on the app. For anyone watching this video wanting to start their own Depop page, I have a few tips for you on how to sell as much as possible. First off, a new seller has to have patience. It can be very frustrating to post your items on Depop and see that they're not selling right away. But trust me, if you stick with it, you can start making a steady amount of money on a daily or weekly basis. Second, the picture you post of the item makes all the difference. A seller needs to make sure that their picture is eye-catching, good quality, and shows the condition and style of the item. Most people visiting your page will be coming from the search page, so you'll have to find a way to get your pictures to stand out against the others because you will have a lot of competition. Lastly, a new seller needs to get to know the kinds of items that sell fast on Depop and find items that are highly sought after, because no matter how good of a picture you take, if the article of clothing or item isn't attractive or in good condition, chances are it probably won't sell. The Explore or Popular page gives new sellers a good idea of what kinds of items buyers are looking for on the app. To sum up, thrifting has a wide variety of benefits, including saving and making money, being environmentally friendly, and it can be very fashionable. There are many different choices we can choose from when it comes to thrift shopping, such as nonprofit organizations like Goodwill, consignment or resale shops, or online resale shops like Depop. If we resell our old clothes and start to thrift shop just a couple of times a month, the environmental impact would be far more than anything we could imagine. Thank you.